Hey, Instagram. Can you guys get on? Tell me if you can hear me. Instagram. Instagram. Hey, hey. Happy Wednesday, Instagrammers. I am Tay. We're here for another Where They At Wednesday. We're going to find out where to find another local business. We have another mompreneur on here. Again, I am Tay, founder of Go Go Glam, Miss Tay's Good Hair Day, Tomorrow's Notary, and partner in TNT Beauty. And today we're going to be speaking with Miss Kapresha Clark. She is a mompreneur and a creative. I always love speaking with the creatives too, because oftentimes our creative businesses are downplayed, but I mean, everything is built on the creative. So again, for Kapresha Clark, Pre's Unique Designs, I'm going to join her in. Hey, Zamar. Oh, and look, she's so on time. You can't hear me? Can you hear me now? Zamar, let me know if something's wrong, if I got to do something else. Hey,
Well, hello, hello. Okay, I thought it was just me. I just heard.
you can't hear me?
I can't hear you now. But
Okay, let's try this.
Can you hear me now?
feel like
Am I heard? Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me? Tell me if you can hear me. Tell me if you all can hear me.
I can hear you.
You can hear me? Okay. Jamar, can you hear me? Maisha, can you hear me? I hope so. Okay, so welcome to another Where They At Wednesday. Again, I'm Tay, founder of Go Go Glam, Miss Tay's Good Hair Day, Tomorrow's Mobile Notary, and partner in TNT Beauty. Today we are talking to Miss Kapresha Clark. She is owner and operator of Pre's Unique Designs, and I am so happy to have met her. She was a referral to me because your girl is looking for hats, and there's a lot of places that do a lot of stuff, and they don't do hats. And a friend of mine was like, my cousin can do them. And I'm like, for real? And she was like, yup. And I hit her up and she hit me back. And this is Miss Kapresha. So we're going to talk to her more about her business and about her journey. And you can find out where she at. So let's get started. Kapresha, how long have you been? Well, tell me a little bit about your business itself.
Oh my God. My business is so complex. Okay, so I started off as working plan, but kind of just like I've had
You're kind of cutting out. You're cutting out a bit. That looks like is that a wireless? Because I had my wireless and those was the ones that weren't working. Yeah, because I can't really hear you. Oh no, is that reception issue? That's better.
There we go.
See, we good. We gotta
Right.
eliminate some of the technology to make shit work.
Right. That's right. That works. I'll give them to my kids. They'll appreciate it.
All right, so let's start over. Tell me a little bit about your business, an overview of what Pre's Unique Designs is about.
Okay, so overall, Freeze Unique Designs is me. I mean, I started off as an event planner. And like you said, I've had other people ask me for different things like hats, you make shirts. I didn't start off like designing shirts and hats. I started off pretty much decorating for parties. And as I assisted with these events, I would have clients come up to me, their family and their friends say, you know, we should have had shirts this time next time. Can you help with shirts and things like that? And I was a little nervous at first, but I said, you know what? Let's give it a try. And it's pretty much just going from there. I definitely enjoy what I do. It's a challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I love that they're like, hey, can you do this? And you're like, well, I haven't done it, but yeah. You know?
And honestly, really is the best policy, you know? I always tell you, it's something new.
I think it's fantastic. I think it's fantastic, and this is why. I have had the tendency in the past, and I'm working out of that, to say no to myself and push my opportunities to someone else.
Yeah.
So when you as a creative, you were already decorating things. You already have an eye. You already are in that mind. So just shifting it to something else, you would have been doing yourself a disservice. I mean, and me, years later, a disservice had you been like, no, actually, I don't, or I can't. And they would have, you know, how when you're in line, how things just line up. How long ago was that you transitioned from assisting with event planning to starting your own business here?
So overall, I've been assisting with events for about 5 years. But for the first 2 years, it was kind of done in secret. You know, how you're kind of just trying things out. You're helping out with different family members, different events they're asking you to do. My dad is actually a pastor, so I would assist with events for church and things. And it just really grew from there. I had a lot of people calling me and asking me if I could help with events. Just met with a lot of different challenges, like, okay, I got something different for you, and I know you could do it. And it was just really cool. I had so much encouragement from people that I didn't even know were watching, you know. So yeah, so overall, I've been doing it for about 5 years, but like for 3 years overall, I've kind of like been out in the open, and it's been fun. It's definitely been a fun journey.
When you say you were assisting, or you have been assisting with events, is that you coming along someone else who has something going on, or you being the planner, the decorator for it independently?
Yeah, I've pretty much been the planner, the decorator for it. My clients just come to me with their ideas, and they've trusted me to make it happen for them.
I know I trusted you, and I'm grateful that you called back. Cheap plug. So here's one of the hats pre-made for me, and these are for sale. I have gifted some of them. I gave her my logo. I gave her an idea of what I wanted, and she made this happen. And these, I wear mine almost every day, actually, because I pull out that's not for sale that I just wear because I like it. And I did get my package. I just got it.
I was going to ask you. Yay. Okay, great.
Yep, I got it. So
okay.
Juice about that. What were you doing before you decided to make this a business?
Oh, wow. So I've always been in retail. I've been supervisors for different places. I've worked since I was 15, always in retail. The last job that I had, I was actually a supervisor for an office supply store. I'm not going to say the name, but I was a supervisor for an office supply store, and I learned a lot from there. I was also assisting with events during that time. So I was learning a lot and sort of incorporating that into what I can offer my clients.
You know, my first job, most people don't know this about me, but my first job was at a party supply store at the balloon counter. And then I would help in the floral department. So having to help people tie things together for their events, like, that's not an easy thing. You really have to have an eye and be creative and put some things together. Like, it's more than just picking a color scheme and blowing up some balloons. It's a whole thing. It's like styling a person, except you're styling an event. It's a whole, you know, it's a whole career. It's a whole industry. And there's a bunch of different things that go with it as well. So what are some of the difficulties, some of the challenges that you faced going from being an employee to being an entrepreneur? Because I know you're also a mother. And I know for me as an entrepreneur without children, it's still a whole lot of challenges. Tell me a little bit about your journey.
So some of the challenges that I've had pretty much are being a mom. I was actually homeschooling my son when I started my business. So that was difficult, just kind of working out that schedule between being a mom and starting a business pretty much from the ground up. Just basically just earning that trust from my clients, and knowing that I could, follow through. I started off really small, just helping with events, kind of candy tables, a few balloon arches here and there. And then I started helping out with weddings. And that was really exciting.
Speaking of weddings, I have someone that I'd like to connect you with that may be a good contact for you to collab on things like that. I'll DM you. Yeah, I'll DM you after that. Absolutely. I feel like there's always someone who knows someone. So it's important for us to, connect. Whatever happens, whatever comes out of it, whatever doesn't. But just to have the network, to have the contacts in your pocket, because you just never know, right? So along with being a mother, homeschooling your child, how is the market for something like what you do right now? Is it, because I know some industries people are scared to get into because it seems oversaturated. I mean, I see millions of t-shirt businesses out here. How have you been able to, not even been able to, because I know how you've been able to, but what keeps you rolling? And among all of the different, especially here in the Bay Area, and especially since this online stuff, all these different t-shirt businesses, I'm going to say that because I know it's like so much more than that, but how are you keeping your clientele and staying busy? Because this is what you do full time, right?
Yes, I am a full-time event assistant.
So tell me about how you're keeping it rolling, how you're able to keep it floating.
Well, I ventured out. Basically, like I mentioned before, I started off as just an event planner, but since then I've been able to assist other entrepreneurs with starting their businesses, helping out with t-shirts, business cards, different flyers and things like that. So that's pretty much what I've been doing during our time, is just assisting other entrepreneurs with
I didn't know you did cards and flyers too.
I do.
I saw the champagne bottles that you did.
Yeah.
It made me thirsty.
I know, right? I'm working on one right now.
That looks delicious.
Right.
I want that.
Wine glasses, and I do like different gifts for parties, wine glasses, shot glasses, beer mugs. So basically just venturing out and offering different things is what has allowed me to stay afloat. So when I'm not available to or not able to do parties, I'm doing everything else in the background.
And this is you by yourself, because I know that sometimes it's easier with the team, and sometimes, we rock solo. You're doing this alone?
I am.
Do your children help you at all? Are they craftsy and artsy?
My kids are very craftsy, especially my girls. My son definitely has an eye. He actually helps me with my backdrops. I have awesome, amazing kids. They help me, but they don't help me with kind of like the hands-on things, like when I'm making my wine glasses and t-shirts and things like that, because I do consider myself a professional, and I have to make sure that whatever my clients receive from me is of professional grade. Those things.
Do you intend to maybe train a couple of them to?
My children? Yeah. Oh, most definitely. They sit right next to me, and they definitely learn, and they're still asking me, Mom, can you teach me how to use this machine and this and that? So we've gotten started with the training, but I still want to allow them to be be kids. So
Yeah.
not too
Yeah.
much.
I mean, it'd be nice to learn it even to help you on the side. I mean,
Right.
when you look at a friend of mine that I had on a few weeks ago, we were talking about Larry Brooks, we were talking about that. And then also Corinne Panisi, how in a lot of other cultures, and including ours, they'll have their children alongside learning. And even
Right.
though they may not be interested, they're learning the business. So that way they're creating options for themselves. Do you know what I'm saying? Because the schools in the world, they don't care. They don't teach you how to do not nothing. And then it's sink or swim when you're 18, unless the community and the family and the parents are training them up to, to keep something going.
Right.
Even if it's not taking over the family business, they've learned how to run a business. They've learned how to use their thoughts and their creativity to and monetize it, and they've seen that it can happen. I don't know what that is.
Right. One thing I can say is that my children are my biggest support system. I mean, they've watched me grow. I remember when I first decided to start the business, and they're like, "Mom, are you sure?" And I was just like, "Yes, we're going to do this." And my kids give me advice. Like, Mom, I don't really like that. I don't think those colors go together. And my son, he'll even send me text messages from time to time, like, "Mom, keep it up. I really love what you're doing." When I started the beer mugs, he was like, "Mom, I love what you're doing so far. And can you do this team? And can you do that team?" And it's been really great.
So you have sports beer mugs that you do too?
Yes.
And you do those just to have them on hand, or do you do them by request only?
I have some on hand. I actually personalized them. So as a matter of fact, for Father's Day, I think I made probably not as many as last year. I think I made probably about 25 this year, but I offer all teams. All teams, all sports, soccer, baseball, football.
That's good to know, because now I have a couple of gift ideas. There's some life anniversaries coming up.
Yep.
And since I already know what Cash App to send it to, I'll just send the Cash App and the text message. How can people find out where to find you, or what's the best way for someone to request your services?
Okay, so right now I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. I am using this downtime to work on my website. Everyone keeps asking me if I have one. Not just yet. It's under construction. Okay. But you're welcome to email me. My email address is the same as my business name, Pre's Unique Designs. So I do answer emails, and you're welcome to call me. I do have a business.
And that's just how it sounds. PRES Unique Designs, all together, one word. You can find her on Instagram at Pre's Unique Designs. You can email her, and you said it was Pre's Unique Designs where?
At gmail.com.
At Gmail. Okay, everybody got Gmail. Y'all know that. Just put the at Gmail. PRES Unique Designs at Gmail. Find her on Instagram, Pre's Unique Designs. Is it the same on Facebook?
Yes, it is. Yep.
Pre's Unique Designs on Facebook. And again, this is my dumbass cute hat for my mobile beauty supply business. This is part of the go-go gear.
Now, did you open the others? Sorry.
I have not yet, because I was at the salon. Since we can't open up yet, I'm preparing for reopening. And girl, between going to Target 7 times and trying to get them curtains up, but I went and got my box. I said, "Ooh, it's here."
I was thinking about you this morning. Yeah, I wondered if you had received. I was thinking about it this morning. I was wondering if you received them. So
yeah, I picked it up yesterday.
Okay, good.
Right there waiting for me. And I have my head and everything set up at the salon, so I'll be doing my other stuff to it. I'm really happy with your work. I really, really am. I totally would not. I don't volunteer lies. I would not say it if I didn't mean it. No, for real. And I'm grateful that you were the one who got back to me. There were some people I told you that I was reaching out to, and you were the one that got back to me. I really appreciate your professionalism. I appreciate that you keep me informed. I appreciate that that you're personable. and and that you keep your word. And if there's anything that's not according to plan, you definitely, I think that's the biggest thing. I've worked in retail, I've worked in food service, my whole career is customer service as a hairstylist, any kind of service provider. And I think that the biggest issue that customers will have is just if they don't know what to expect, and you always let me know what to expect. So I appreciate that very much. Very much. So again, you all follow Kapresha at Pre's Unique Designs on Instagram and Facebook. You can DM or email requests Pre's Unique Designs at gmail.com. That's PRES Unique Designs all together. There's no punctuation in there.
Right.
So tell me something. What you got in the works?
Oh my goodness, I have so many ideas and not enough time.
I've been burning up because you were telling me that you had ideas. I was like, I want to know now.
Yes, I have so much going on right now. I just recently purchased a food printer. So I'm gonna start. I already make treats. I already assist with treats here.
Okay.
But I just purchased a food printer, so I'm gonna start adding like little pictures, and I have a few parties coming up. I have a few ideas that I want to introduce. But just like anything that I offer for my business, I try to practice first so that I make sure that my clients are happy with with their purchases. So that's one thing. A few more ideas, but that's the main one that I'm excited about because I've been getting so many requests for it. And like you mentioned before, sometimes we get in our own way and we're like, no, I don't offer that. And I say, you know what? I've been asked so many times, I need to get this done.
So now it's going to be, I don't offer it yet, but stay tuned. If you follow me at Pre's Unique Designs on Instagram and Facebook, then you can be apprised on what's new and popping. And you know where I am. I'm looking forward to that. And so what kind of images can a food printer put on there? Like any image?
Any images. Basically what a food printer does, it's just like when you go to a bakery and you know how you can get those pictures printed out on a cake? I can do that.
So it looks like it'll look kind of like an airbrush t-shirt, but on your food.
Exactly.
That can get dangerous. So you know that my brain is a whole problem, and I just thought about a whole bunch of inappropriate things that could go on.
We'll talk about it later.
I can see that going so bad, like a divorce party, and you have like some screenshot of something.
Right.
Happy birthday, babe, with the screenshot of the text messages to the other broad, and then she comes out. I know. Just give me a break.
I've already got some unique requests for some of my events, and I was like, okay, I mean, it's part of the business, so those I don't post. So even if you don't see me posting, that doesn't mean I'm not working. I'm
gonna have a private request soon. I'll be like, I got something you can't post that I want you to put on something. Right. I don't even eat sweets, but sweets eat me. That wasn't right. I should have said that. That's gonna be saved. Jeez Louise.
Write that down. Write it down.
Write it down. Yes. If you all don't know, you probably don't. I say a lot of things, and some of those things I am noting to have on some shirts or some bodysuits or some panties or something, because that's just the kind of life that I'm deciding to live nowadays. I figure I'm 3 years and 3 months away from 40. I can say what I want to say at this point. So also, what was that?
I said, that's how I feel. I'm me.
Yeah. If I want to run up to somebody and be like, I'd like to put some hot sauce on you, that's my personal business. If they're offended, I just won't repeat it. I mean, I don't know.
Right. It's the year for it.
So you've mentioned you do shirts, you do bottles, you do beer mugs, you do some treats sometimes.
Right.
And you do event coordination, event planning, and decoration.
Right.
What are some of the other things on your service menu that people can look for?
I also decorate like shoes. I've done those.
And
That's
how
pretty much
often?
it. I try to stick to the plan. All things party, except for the catering.
Okay.
Be doing the catering
Again, I've got a connection. So
part. I like
I'll
that.
tie you in. I will tie you in. Thank you all for tuning in. Again, this is Where They At Wednesday. I'm here with Kapresha Clark, those of you that are just joining us. And for those of you who have not tuned into Where They At Wednesday before, this is what I use to introduce you all to my friends and associates and people that I meet that I've interacted with that have businesses, especially here in the Bay Area and especially Black owned. Not limited, but especially. So again, this is Kapresha Clark. She's the owner and operator of Pre's Unique Designs. You can follow her at Pre's Unique Designs on Instagram and on Facebook. That's PRES Unique Designs, all together one word. And it's the same thing for email, Pre's Unique Designs at gmail.com. Again, she's done these fantastic hats for me. I just ordered some in black with my Go Go Glam logo because I am the founder of Go Go Glam Mobile Beauty Supply Service right here in the South Bay, and she has been a joy to work with. I know that should you choose to get some services from her, she's professional, she communicates effectively, she's gonna make sure that when that product goes out the door, you're both happy with it. And I've been happy so far. You know, I doubled back and made another order before my other ones was even gone. So
You did.
that says a lot. I did. I was like, okay, so now that this, I'm about to put some other ones with.
Right.
But seriously, that says a lot, you know, because there are a lot of options out there for the most part. Now, there weren't a lot of options for hats. Mm-hmm. And that's another thing. I mean, I know that it's a little more difficult to do those than like a shirt, some flat surface where you can put it on there and things like that. Hats are different.
It's different, but I mean, I use a mannequin. I use a little mannequin head and I sit it on there and it actually makes it a little easier. Mm-hmm. But just doubling back to what you were saying before, overall, I try my best to take pride in my work. I was just sitting here shaking my head when you were mentioning that. And thank you so much for the compliments. It really keeps me going. But it's true. My motto is that if I'm not happy with my work, I don't feel that my clients are going to be happy with my work. I have pretty much stayed up at night trying to make sure that my clients are happy. I have had to kind of throw away supplies because I'm like, no, they're not happy with this. I'm starting over. So I think that's definitely been a part of my growth. And it's what helped me to become successful this far because I do take pride in my work. And I always tell my clients, I'm a customer sometimes too.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I try my best to keep those lines of communication open. When things don't go as well as we would like them to, I pick up the phone and I have those tough conversations and I say, I don't think I'm going to meet that deadline, or I'm not really happy with this. Do you mind if we start over? And my clients trust me because of that.
Yeah. I understand that, especially like, I experience the same things. It's tough for me as a stylist when the client wants something that you don't think is cute. Or if I'm being extra hard on myself and they love it, that's where, we kind of have to step back and have some balance and be like, okay, as long as you love it, I'm not going to look at it and be like, that's hella ugly, but you could wear it. You know what I mean? Right. But at the same time, you want to give them what they want to.
There's still ways of offering your advice.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
That's important.
Some people haven't learned that, but it's a skill. It is absolutely a skill because you don't want to be dismissive and you don't want to downplay. You don't want to push your own agenda on the clients, but you want to be proud of what you do. Right. You do take pride in what you do. I want to be like, yeah, you're happy and so am I. That looks good. this is going to be nice, you know, and be excited about the work that would be excited with our clients. Corinne said, ain't nothing to a boss. When we're talking about making stuff happen, ain't nothing to a boss. And she's a boss woman too. She has 3 companies and her daughters help her with those ones too. So again, connection. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What's that? What you drinking?
On the bottle it says Honest Tea Organic Golden Turmeric Pineapple Herbal Tea.
Okay.
That's what the bottle say.
You made me thirsty, so you know I thought I would ask.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, it's fantastic. So the most recent projects are getting your website that's under construction. That's going to be, I think that's going to help with a lot of the stuff.
Right.
Getting the orders in and communication and that kind of thing. And then the food printer, that's going to be fun.
I'm so
I think
excited.
that's going to be fun.
I wanted to try this. I wanted to get started on it this week, but my son's birthday is actually this Sunday.
Okay.
So I had to slow down a little bit, you know, focus on family and make sure that, you know, he gets a party too. I'm an event planner, so I can't give him a party. That's
important what you just said. You know, step back and focus on family. I think that especially when we are owner operators, we wear so many hats and we're doing so much and we're trying to please so many people that we lose sleep for ourselves. And sometimes we can get lost in the work and fulfilling requests that it can shift the balance, you know, and we can't afford that. You know, we're still people. So I think it's wonderful that you're like, okay, because I did see also what you did for your daughter's 13th birthday, right?
I did. It was
so cute.
It turned out really nice.
So cute. And I know that it was a lot going on.
I was exhausted. I went to sleep early that night. And you know what? I really can't take the credit for everything. I did have some help. My mom, my sister, her brother and sister actually helped. We did it overnight, early in the morning, and it turned out really nice.
Well, it takes a village for a lot of things. It takes a village for a business. It takes a village to raise a family. It takes a village to keep ourselves, our individual selves, sane. We can't all be crazy at the same time. You know, we got to bounce back and forth and have some bouncing boards and have some support system, you know, because things can get overwhelming when you're out here trying to create a life for yourself and keeping a business going. Changes in the economy, changes in the society, changes in the demographic of what, you know, in the area that you're serving, changes in the market, changes in what clients want, in the demands and in the supply. We've learned through this whole shelter in place that everything's not available all the time. And some of the things that we could get at one point, sometimes we can't. So how did you balance that during this time?
You know, this time has definitely motivated me to, I'm going to say, it motivated me to handle my business. There's been a lot of things that I kind of procrastinated on getting done. It's been on my to-do list, but it's been pushed to the side. So that's really, it's a good question. In the past couple of months, I've gotten my wholesale license. I went ahead and got my my tax ID. I didn't have that before, and what I was doing, I was filing taxes under my name. But I thought it's definitely better to file taxes under your business overall. So that way, when it's time to apply for loans, which a lot of businesses are doing now, you can show that you have earned for your business. What else have I done? You know, I have a sole proprietorship for my business. A lot of people don't know what that is. It's pretty simple. It's basically you own your business. You're kind of liable for everything that is your business.
Right.
And a lot of people don't think it's a good idea because of that. But I've taken advantage of this time and done some research. And what I did was I got insurance for my business. A lot of people don't know that you can do that.
Yep, so, commercial insurance and it's not expensive.
It
is
really
not expensive. as a sole proprietor in the beauty industry, I got commercial insurance through the insurance company that I had my car insurance for.
Yeah.
And
Same
$1
here.
million policy for 34 and some change a month.
Exactly. Yeah. It's called a
To be
certificate.
covered, to be covered anywhere you're doing business. That's important.
Yeah.
Because you just never know what'll happen. You know, you want to be able to protect yourself and your customers and your business. You know, I think that sometimes we're so afraid of being taken advantage of because it happens. And historically, it has happened to a whole lot of us that we want to try to like not legitimize things and not take care of stuff like that. We don't want anyone being able to come in and, you know, take advantage of what we're trying to do.
Right.
But like you said, when you take the time to do some research for yourself, you know, study to show yourself approved. Hello.
Right.
Understanding for yourself out here. Then you'll gain some understanding and you'll be able to make informed decisions instead of making presumptuous fear-based decisions.
Right.
And I think it's important that you took that step and was like, you know what, this time right now that I'm not able to or to be running all over the place, I'm going to run right here and really get some other stuff turning. Because when it comes time, like you said, to get a loan, to get a grant, to get not necessarily sponsorship, but I mean investors, you know, because anything not growing is dead. So the idea is to continue to grow. Once it comes that time, you don't want to have to be like, oh wait, yeah, I don't have that. Oh, I don't have that. Oh, I haven't done that. I don't even know what that is.
And you get turned away because of it. So
absolutely. And then that's discouraging. So I think it's fantastic that. Who was that? Hey, Annie. So I'm about to bust Annie out. So Annie is the friend that referred Kapresha to me, and I'm so, so grateful. And there's a whole lot of people she probably could have referred, but she was like, oh, no, my cousin does hats. Yep, here's her Instagram page, and I'm really grateful. Look, did you see him, Annie? This is the first order. Kind of. And I still have that gift for you. I have not forgotten. I'm a woman of my word. I just have to put the other pieces together for you, and I will send that to you, or I will hand deliver it. Either way, that works. I appreciate the connection. I'm grateful that you value your cousin's business enough to refer her. I saw something online, and I think my cousin Chanel posted it. She's also an entrepreneur, a mompreneur. We'll be talking to her in the future. But one of the things that she posted one time was the biggest compliment is a referral.
Oh, yeah.
Tell me about it. I reward referrals. Kapresha is the best. And you both gave, and you both just gave, what did we give you? I'm glad too. I'm glad too, Annie. You know, one of these days, me, you, and our friend Jamie gonna have to hook up. You know, she likes Jamie. Who is that? Give me pointers. What would you like pointers on?
Right.
Yeah, let's see. What would you like to know pointers on? Because if we can help, that'd be, you know, we're all for it, you know?
Yeah. Go for it. I'll be happy to help. I actually took some notes earlier today so that I could answer a few questions and be informative, because overall that's what this is all about. So
absolutely, sharing where you are and sharing whatever we know so that others can grow. That's exactly what it's about. It takes a village. So yes, Mel Michelle, go ahead and ask your questions. We'll see how Ms. Pre can help, or either one. We're okay with that. By the way, I love your baby hair, and I slept mine off. My bonnet rubbed mine off.
Thank you. My sister was so proud of me this morning. I've been practicing.
Just listening to conversations gave me a little input into and that's important. You know, we got to get the game where we can get the game. You know, sometimes the game is sold and not told, where you pay with your experience, you pay with your ass, and sometimes you got to catch it. You know, you
Right.
can pick it up from anywhere. Everyone has something to offer. You know, listening to conversations, being in the right environment, being able to talk to people that are where you're trying to go, or are going where you're trying to go. Everybody has something to offer. Hey, Auntie, I miss you and I love you, and I left you a voicemail and I haven't heard anything back, and my feelings are kind of hurt, but it's okay because I know that you love me anyway. I just have abandonment issues. So
You and me
that
both.
was
I get in
that
my
was a
feelings
lot.
sometimes.
So tell me this, because I know I've had some of my own experiences.
Mm-hmm.
We don't always, when we're talking about community and having a support and taking a village, what type of situations have you come against where people haven't been supportive or encouraging? And how have you, I'm staying focused, Annie.
I saw that.
You know, it all comes back full circle.
Right.
So, what situations have you come in where people probably have not been as supportive? Some people that maybe you hoped were, and how did you overcome that and keep and not let that knock you down?
Well, I won't name any names because,
Right.
of course, it was in the past and we continue to grow. But there are definitely going to be times in your business where you're going to be discouraged. You're going to be excited. You're going to go to people and you're going to want to talk to them and tell them your goals and tell them your dreams. And they're not going to always see your vision. They're not going to always be where you are in that moment. I've definitely had some discouraging times, especially when I was getting started and I was saying, hey, I'm thinking about starting this business. This is what I want to do. And it's like, oh, you know, I don't know. That's, you know, this business is definitely competitive. And I've always been told, well, if you can't do what everyone else is doing, you know, it's a waste of money and things like that. And my name basically speaks for itself. I've always been very unique. I've always wanted to kind of put my ideas into play. And I just kept looking forward. And I didn't allow that negative input to stunt my growth. I didn't allow it to stop me from getting where I want to be. I mean, I'm still not quite where I want to be. But
right.
I'm still
but you in the game.
Right.
You in the game. And
I love what I do.
And this is what you do. See, and I think that it's difficult. A lot of us, we have the failure to launch syndrome. And then you jumped, you made the leap. And here it is. You said 5 years later, this is what you do full time.
It's life now. At first, I would say, I'm doing a little, you know, at first it was just a little party thing. I'm assisting. And now I'm like, this is what I do. I find myself saying that more and more.
Yep, this is what you do. I mean, and last week we were talking about, and I think you may have tuned in on that one, where she was like, you know, when you're starting a business and going out to do your dream and be creative, especially the creative businesses, people tend to be dismissive and to downplay them as if they're not real jobs, as if you can't do anything with
the same thing. I would get that so much. So you don't have a real job. You know, I work harder for myself.
Hello.
Than I'm doing any 9 to 5.
As you should.
Yeah.
As you should. One of my biggest frustrations in the past was being so exhausted and worn out and drained and frustrated with giving so much to someone else's situation with no return, and not having the energy or the courage or, you know, the capacity to feel like I could push anything of mine or even focus in enough to decide which idea I wanted to push first. So I think that it's important. You should go harder for yourself. You're the only you that you have.
Yeah.
Why not?
If you're not going to be all in, you may as well stick to your 9 to 5, because this is when you work for yourself, you're definitely going to put in some hours.
Absolutely.
And it's definitely worth it. It's really fulfilling. And I love when my clients call me and say, you know, thank you so much for that. And I just gave you a simple idea and I really didn't expect all that. And if you're really not going to give it your all, you know, what's the point?
Yeah. And we give so much to everything except us. And I think that being able to pursue what you're passionate about, and not even being able to,
Right.
I'm going to change those words. Not being able to, choosing to pursue what you're passionate about is a form of self-care. And there's a lot of lack of self-care out here. And then again, you having the balance, like, okay, now it's family time. I give to everyone else. I'm going to give to, and now it's me time. I'm going to take a breath. Because if we're not at our best, we can't give our best. So that's super important. It's super important.
Right. That's definitely what's allowed me to be successful, is having a balance.
Yes.
My children help me a lot in my business, whether it's out in the field or just here at home. And I don't think, honestly, that they would give me as much support as they do if I didn't have that balance. I try my best not to neglect my family. So we still have our family nights, everything that we used to do prior to me starting this business. I still try to make sure we do now.
Yes. And again, everyone, the biggest compliment is a referral. Here's the thing. You don't always have to be able to spend your money with every business that you want to support, every small business that you want to support, every local business that you want to support, every Black business that you want to support. A lot of the time, the support comes with just sharing the information, passing on a contact, you know, any of that. You know, I have... This has helped, every contact I make, every business that I do business with helps me with what I'm doing, and it helps them. And then to be able to be on any kind of platform and you see the person behind the page, the person behind the website, then you get more of an idea on where your money is going. Right. You know, it's not lost in some corporation and the employees there are still starving. This is a whole family woman. She's a mother. She's running the show out here. You know where your money's going. And that makes me want to support even more, knowing that this is somebody right around the corner from me. And you may not have a use for what I have. You know, not everybody gets their hair styled by me. Not everybody needs some of the supplies that I have. But there are people who refer. And like Annie's like, I mean, I don't make no hats, but I know somebody.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like the referral. And now we have a relationship and we have a rapport. And I have zero problem referring you. I mean, it's what it is from the beginning. And the fact that you were willing to speak with me today says a lot. You know, I feel like you don't think I'm a jerk.
Not at all. I'm honored. I was actually really excited for it. I've watched some of your podcasts recently, and I've definitely learned a lot from them, and it's been very encouraging. So keep doing what you're doing.
Well, it encourages me to talk to you all. It keeps me going, because again, you don't always, like you were saying, not everyone gets the vision. You know, I've had family members want to, and not always because they intend to, but kind of try to put what I do in a box. You know, my business, most people don't see the entire industry that it is. They only see behind the chair. And I come from a long line of people behind the chair, like generations of people behind the chair. And so a lot of our family, they can't see past that. And so they expect me to be the next one of them. Right. But my vision is different. You know, my drive is different. The times are different. You know, on top of that, it's an entire industry. We're not limited. Like you were saying, how do you stay afloat? Because I stay open to new stuff. You know, sticking to the script, but staying open to new parts of this script. You know, it's not all over the place. It's a beautiful thing to be able to support yourself doing something that you enjoy. You know, I get excited when I get to talk to you guys. I'm excited, and I don't get excited. Actually, I get like hopefully optimistically hopeful, because excitement scares me. But talking to you all really does excite me. I'm grateful to know people that are really out here doing things, that have businesses. And I've said this before, one of the biggest differences between the big companies and the little companies is people know where they at. And now we know where you're at. So if you all are just joining and you want to follow Kapresha, it's Pre's Unique Designs on Instagram and Facebook. That's PRES, Unique Designs, all together, one word. Or you can email her at presuniquedesigns@gmail.com. Again, designed apparel, events, decorations. She does treats. She does for sports events, party favors, all of those kind of things. I am going to get a couple of those, the beer mugs for the teams, any team, any sport. You know, it's all hand done by her, sent out to you, direct communication. You can pay Cash App. I pay Cash App. I'm sure that however you're trying to give your money, she'll take it. So
you can feel free to contact me, even if you just want to inquire about my services for the future. You don't necessarily have to need my services at the moment. I'm always open to answer questions. And even if you're trying to start your own business, I'm always happy to help.
Yes, yes.
Build that Black Wall Street back. So
that part. Hello. Right. And there's enough of us to do it, to keep our dollars circulating. You know, there's a lot of options in the world. We all got options and we all choose up. So let's choose us. Excuse
me. Annie is asking what's my time frame for treats. So depending on the type of treats that you're asking for, I at least ask for maybe a month in advance. Sometimes I will do 2 weeks, but that's the least. I will do 2 weeks depending on what you're asking for in that quantity, because again, I always try to make sure that my clients are happy with my work. It's very important to me. So I don't want anything to look rushed. So I ask you to give it time. So at least a month. You know, if you can do more, that's always appreciated. I can put you on the calendar.
And let's keep in mind also that she is the sole owner and operator of the business. So, you know, she's not at right for now. At this time, she's not outsourcing. So let's be courteous to our service providers and allow them to give us what the quality that we want, you know. And I think it's a beautiful thing. I'm grateful to have you in my network. I have some things in mind for the future when the world opens back up. I have a couple of people that I'd like to connect you with and some things I'd like you to be a part of. Have you spoken with Joshua yet?
I have not, but he has definitely been on my mind. I actually made some tea yesterday, and I said I have to go ahead and contact Joshua. I do have some business questions for him too.
Yeah.
Joshua.
Network. It's beautiful. And so also, before we get off here, I know you're a Bay Area business here. Do you serve other states? Are you
I do.
Let's talk about some of the territories, so anybody can hit you up, right?
Yes, I do serve other states. Of course, nothing perishable, but I do offer assistance with, you know, with different events, like my decorations, my party favors. I do offer shipping. Of course, that price will vary. I can't pay for everybody's shipping. Of course, if like in Florida and things like that. But yes, I do offer out-of-state services.
So I just thought about something. You probably already do this. So I was going to ask, do you do, say, for example, I wanted an event, I don't know, a baby shower, and I wanted some things done. Would you, do you do something like a package, like a box with all the different stuff in there that you can send to somebody and they can set up their own things like that?
I've done it several times. I've sent things to Texas, Atlanta.
I think that's so dope.
Yeah. I'll help you plan your party. I don't have to necessarily be the one to set it up. I do. That's why I call myself an event assistant, because I will assist you with your own party.
That
big or
makes
small.
sense.
I don't.
So if y'all was unsure, it's not that she's working under somebody, it's that she's assisting you in your event and making it happen for you. She's on your team. That's beautiful. You are on the client's team, girl.
Right. I don't necessarily have any limits. I try my best not to turn away my clients. Sometimes I have people come to me and ask me, do you have a certain limit to what we can purchase? And I just tell them, no, just tell me what you need. And I think that's definitely why my business has grown. A lot of people used to think I was crazy for it when I was starting out. And it was like, you should have a limit to that. And they only paid you $40 and that's not enough. Your business isn't going to grow. But later on, they come back to me later. And
now that 40 is it got some other O's behind it. Because you're reliable, because you're personable, because they like your work. And at that moment, they may not need a whole lot. But once you build a rapport with them, now it's open to when they need the big stuff, big or small. You know, I'm really grateful again to have you in my network. I'm looking forward to doing more business with you. I can't wait to open my other box of hats today.
I'm excited.
Thank you. Thank you for my gift with purchase, my apron.
You're welcome.
I can't wait till I'm able to use it. They still got us shut down in Santa Clara County. Santa Clara County opened up the beauty parlors. I need to work.
Right.
So, we out here.
Another apron to Virginia.
You did? Oh yeah, for that for the event. Did they say it was okay for you to share?
I have not asked yet. She just received it yesterday. So I'm waiting until this holiday passes so that we can actually open up his gift before I post anything. Try not to post any of my clients' gifts or, you know, whatever I sell to them without their permission.
And that's thoughtful of you because, you know, a lot of time it's like, well, this is my work. I'm going to post it, FYI. Because I know I'm a little less courteous. I tell my clients, if I see pictures of you with my work on there, I'm still in the picture. And they're like, okay. And I'm like, okay, I'm putting you on notice.
You know what? I know what it is, even though I'm the one who has, you know, put it together and everything. I just think out of respect for my clients and for their privacy, sometimes you can ruin the surprise too if you go ahead and post something and they haven't even posted their own pictures yet. I don't think it's fair. So I try to wait. I try to be considerate.
Well, that's why I steal them after they post them.
Oh yeah, I will. But if you know, sometimes people don't want their pictures posted, so I try to ask for permission, especially when I don't know them too well. Right.
No, you have a rapport. The pictures that I steal are my regulars, and they already know. They're like, yeah, take them, you know. So that's good. But if it's some stranger, I definitely ask permission. And I also ask permission if they're underage. I'll ask them and their parents. Is it okay if I take a picture of the hair and put you on my World Wide Web platform? You know, so that's definitely important because privacy is important. And sometimes it's not even a private thing. They just don't want it. Like, no. But you know your work. And again, a referral is worth 1,000 posts.
Right. Definitely, a lot of my business comes from referrals. So thank you guys so much. I've gotten so many referrals and it's like, hey, my cousin sent me. And I'm like, okay, who's your cousin? Because it grows so much. It's the cousin of the cousin, and, you know.
My cousin is Quaje. She went to school with your friend from Tuesday when they was, it's a whole lot of stuff. But you know what? Okay. The fact that your name is ringing, that says a lot. The fact that people will refer you says a lot. And I'm hoping that
humbling experience.
Having you in the directory that I'm developing and having you here on Where They At Wednesday will bring you some more business and you continue to grow. I'm juiced about it. I'm looking forward to what's next. Again, this is Kapresha Clark. She's owner and operator of Pre's Unique Designs. You can contact her and follow her on Facebook and Instagram, PRES Unique Designs, all together one word. She also answers email, presuniquedesigns@gmail.com. Take a look at some of the things that she has. She has great customer service. She takes pride in her work. I'm happy to be one of her customers. This is just one of the many things that I've gotten from her, that I'm getting from her. I have her in mind for a whole bunch of stuff, and you already know I'm going to shout you out as soon as there's some stuff that's going on. I appreciate you.
I'm excited.
Yes, me too. We out here. Mila said followed. So yes.
Thanks, Mila.
And Mila is dope too. I'm about to bust her out one time. So Mila is a friend of mine from years and years ago. Again, met her through another friend who's been my friends for years and years and years. Mila is a singer, songwriter, mom. She's so humble. She's so beautiful. There was a time where she was I don't know if she still is. She was making swimsuits and modeling them as well because she fine as Brandywine. So there's that. So we only have, I didn't even know this was happening, girl. We have 23 seconds remaining. It'll cut us off after.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Well, we counting down. Thank you all for joining Where They At Wednesday. We will see you next week. Follow Pre's Unique Designs, Facebook, Instagram, and contact her via email. Thank you so much for joining me, love.
Have a business line.